88% of Mercedes owners have no clue they have hidden features they never use. Let's dive in. Secret number 15. Unlock only the driver's door. Your Mercedes has a built-in setting that unlocks only the driver's door on the first press of the key fob. The rest of the doors only open on the second press. This is useful to avoid thief from going inside your car before you get in, avoiding carjacking. Here's the kicker. This isn't just a safety feature for late-night parking lots, although that alone makes it worth turning on. It also stops your kids from flinging doors open into the car parked next to you the moment you unlock, which saves you from dents, scratches, and those painfully awkward parking lot apologies. Enable it today. Now, this next feature is one most owners have never tried, and it protects something that costs far more to replace than people expect. Secret number 14, manual mirror dipping control. You're reversing into a tight parking space. The rear camera gives you the big picture, but you still have zero idea how close your rear wheels actually are to the curb. So you either creep in way too conservatively and end up a foot from where you should be. But here's what most Mercedes owners have never tried. Using the mirror adjustment joystick already on your door panel, you can manually tilt either side mirror downward while reversing to get a direct real-time view of exactly where your rear wheel sits relative to the curb. Select the left or right mirror using the switch, then nudge the joystick downward. The mirror tilts immediately and shows you the ground right beside the rear wheel. Here's what they don't tell you. This works on every Mercedes with electric mirrors. No special trim level, no menu activation. It's a function that has always been sitting right there on that joystick, and almost nobody uses it because nobody ever showed them it existed. Here's the kicker. A single curbed alloy wheel on a Mercedes runs anywhere from $300 to $800 to refurbish. Knowing you can manually angle your mirror down in any parking situation and see exactly what's happening beside that rear wheel is the kind of knowledge that pays for itself the very first time you use it. This next feature has a button that most Mercedes drivers press once, get completely confused by, and never touch again. Secret number 13, hidden hold feature. You're sitting in stop-and-go traffic. Your foot has been pinned to the brake pedal for 10 minutes straight, and your leg is already tired. Most drivers just accept this as part of driving, but here's what they don't tell you. Your Mercedes has a button specifically designed to eliminate this problem. Find the hold button on your center console. Press it while you're completely stopped and take your foot entirely off the brake. Your car holds itself stationary with full brake pressure applied automatically, even on a slope, with zero input from you. Here's the kicker. This is completely separate from your parking brake and separate from hill start assist. Hold actively maintains hydraulic brake pressure through the system itself, so there's zero rollback on any incline. When you're ready to go, press the accelerator and the brakes release instantly. No lag, no hesitation. But here's what makes this brilliant. Using hold actually reduces brake wear over time. Instead of you constantly feathering the pedal in slow traffic, the system holds steady pressure far more efficiently than a human foot ever could. Less heat cycling through your brake components means longer pad and rotor life, and a full brake job on a Mercedes runs anywhere from $800 to over $1,500. Every bit of brake life you preserve adds up to real money saved. Use hold every single time you're stuck in traffic. Before we get to the really secret car features, do me a favor, hit that like button. We did a ton of research for this, and it actually helps us keep making content like this. Thank you. Secret number 12, auto button on climate control. You get into your Mercedes on a hot afternoon and immediately start manually adjusting the fan speed, the temperature, the air distribution vents, and the recirculation mode. 5 minutes later, you're still not comfortable and you're fiddling with buttons while trying to drive. But here's what a shocking number of Mercedes owners never use: that auto button on your climate panel. Press it, and you hand full control of every single climate variable to the car's own sensors simultaneously. Temperature, fan speed, air direction, recirculation, even heated or ventilated seats on equipped models, all managed automatically based on cabin conditions, outside temperature, sunlight intensity, and your preferred set temperature. Here's what they don't tell you. The climate system in a Mercedes is calibrated to reach your set temperature using the most fuel-efficient combination of settings possible. Manual mode almost always uses more energy because a human hand cannot optimize every variable at once the way the system can. Here's the kicker. Running your climate system inefficiently in a Mercedes over thousands of miles adds up to real money at the pump. Press auto, set your temperature, and let the system do exactly what it was engineered to do. Now, this next trick is something every Mercedes owner should know before they ever need it. Secret number 11, reset check engine light secret. Your check engine light comes on, and most drivers immediately panic. Call the dealer. book a diagnostic appointment, wait 3 days for a slot, sit in a waiting room for 2 hours, and get handed a bill just for the diagnostic scan before a single repair has even been discussed. But here's what they don't tell you. You can attempt a check engine light, reset yourself in your own driveway before spending a single dollar. Here's how you can do it for free. Disconnect the negative battery terminal, the black cable, and leave it disconnected for 15 to 20 minutes. This drains the system capacitors completely and forces the engine control module to perform a full cold reset when power is restored. Reconnect the terminal, start the car, and in many cases the light is completely gone. Here's the kicker. A huge percentage of check engine lights are triggered by minor sensor glitches, loose connections, or one-time faults the system logged and never repeated. A full power reset clears these phantom codes entirely. If the light comes back within a few drive cycles, the fault is real and proper diagnosis is needed. But if it stays off, you just saved yourself the diagnostic fee dealers routinely charge between $100 and $200 just to read a code your car already stored internally. Now, this next secret is one every Mercedes owner should memorize before a dead fob battery strands them at the worst possible moment. Secret number 10, start your Mercedes with a dead key. Imagine this nightmare. You walk out to your Mercedes, press the start button, and absolutely nothing happens. The key fob battery is completely dead, and you're stranded in a parking garage with no backup plan. But here's what most Mercedes owners have no idea about. Your car has a hidden backup start system built directly into the center console. Find the small compartment or designated area near your gear selector and place your dead key fob directly against that spot. Then press the brake and push the start button as normal. Here's what they don't tell you. Mercedes embeds an inductive reading coil in the center console, specifically for this scenario. Even with zero battery power left in the fob, the car reads the encrypted transponder chip passively through that coil. The fob doesn't need any battery power at all to complete the authentication. Here's the kicker. The exact location varies by model. On many C-Class and E-Class vehicles, it's inside the cup holder area. On the GLE and GLS, it's often in the armrest compartment. Check your owner's manual for your specific model and memorize that location right now before you ever need it. A dead fob battery should never strand you in a Mercedes. But this next secret involves a trick most owners have never thought to try, even though the answer is already in their hand every time they reach for the car. Secret number 9, touch and hold the door to unlock. You're walking up to your Mercedes with both hands completely full. Groceries, a gym bag, a coffee. You need to unlock the car, but pressing the key fob means putting something down, digging into your pocket, and doing the whole juggling act before you can even open the door. But here's what most Mercedes owners with keyless go never realize. You don't need to touch the key fob at all. Simply touch and hold the recessed sensor area on the door handle itself, and the car detects your key inside your bag or pocket and unlocks the door automatically. Here's what they don't tell you. Your fob constantly broadcasts a low-energy signal when it's within about a meter of the vehicle. The moment your hand touches the handle sensor, it confirms that signal is authorized and unlocks the door. Here's the kicker. This works for locking too. Touch the sensor on the outside of the handle while walking away, and the car locks itself with no fob press required. But here's what makes this a game changer. Knowing exactly how this system works prevents accidentally locking your keys inside, and a lockout call on a Mercedes runs anywhere from $100 to $200. Now, this next button is sitting above your head right now, and most owners have never once pressed it intentionally. Secret number 8, hidden SOS button in roof. You're on a remote highway. You witness an accident, or worse, you're involved in one. Your phone signal is weak or completely gone. In a genuine emergency, most drivers grab for their phone and get nothing. But here's what every single Mercedes owner already has built into the roof lining above their head. That button marked with SOS on top connects you directly to a live Mercedes-Benz emergency response center through the vehicle's own built-in cellular connection, completely independent of your personal phone and your personal carrier. Here's what they don't tell you. This system works even when your phone is dead, broken, or sitting at home. The car has its own dedicated SIM card and its own cellular modem built in purely for this function. Here's the kicker. The moment you press that button, the response center receives your exact GPS coordinates automatically, even before you say a single word. If you can't speak, they already know where you are and can dispatch emergency services immediately. But here's what makes this brilliant. The system is also linked to Mercedes' automatic crash response, meaning in a serious collision, it can activate entirely on its own without you pressing anything at all. Know where that button is before you ever need it. Now, this next feature protects something that costs far more to fix than most people realize. Secret number 7, automatic mirror folding on lock. You park your Mercedes on a narrow street or in a tight parking garage and walk away hoping nobody clips the mirrors, because you already know what a mirror replacement costs on a Mercedes, and it's not a number anyone wants to hear. But here's a feature your car can handle automatically without you thinking about it once. Enable auto-fold mirrors through your MBUX settings, under mirrors, or locking preferences depending on your model year. Once it's active, every time you lock the car, the side mirrors fold themselves flush against the doors. When you unlock, they deploy fully before you even open the door. Here's what they don't tell you. Mercedes mirror motors are engineered specifically for daily folding cycles. The idea that this wears them out prematurely is a myth that happens to benefit dealerships, because mirror repairs are a profitable job. Here's the kicker. A complete side mirror replacement on a Mercedes, including glass, housing, motors, and embedded sensors, commonly runs from $600 to over $1,500, depending on the model. One avoided clip in a car park pays for itself instantly. Enable Auto Fold today. This next secret is something most owners have been carrying around every single day without knowing what it actually does. Secret number 6, the hidden metal key inside your fob. You've been carrying your Mercedes key fob every single day, and there's a very good chance you have never once looked at what's hidden inside it. Find the small release tab or slider on the side of the fob housing. Press it and a physical metal key blade ejects directly from inside the fob. Here's what most Mercedes owners never figure out. That metal blade doesn't just unlock the driver's door in an emergency. On most Mercedes models, it operates the glove box lock independently, giving you a completely separate way to secure and access the glove box that requires zero electronics. Here's what they don't tell you. The glove box on a Mercedes is specifically designed to be locked separately from the rest of the car for valet situations. You hand the valet the fob to drive and park the car, but your glove box stays locked, protecting your documents, valuables, registration, and anything else stored inside. Here's the kicker. Most owners hand valets the entire key without ever using this feature and have no idea their glove box is sitting wide open and accessible. That same metal blade also serves as a full mechanical backup to unlock the door if the fob fails completely. Now, this next mirror feature is already working silently on every night drive, and many owners have accidentally turned it off without realizing it. Secret number 5, auto-dimming rear-view mirror. You're on a night drive and the SUV behind you has its high beams on. The glare blasts straight into your rear-view mirror, and your instinct is to tilt it down and lose your rear view entirely. But here's what your Mercedes is almost certainly already doing for you. Look at the base of your rear-view mirror. That small green indicator light means your mirror contains an electrochromic gel layer that automatically darkens the moment it detects glare from behind. 2 sensors work simultaneously, one reading ambient light from ahead and one detecting incoming headlights from behind, calculating exactly how dark the mirror surface needs to be and adjusting in real time. Here's what they don't tell you. The reaction takes less than a second and it's continuously variable, not just on or off. And because the adjustment is happening inside the glass itself, there's no mechanical movement, no noise, and nothing to wear out over time. Here's the kicker. Manually tilting an auto-dimming mirror to try to help actually defeats the entire system and reduces your rear visibility for nothing. Leave it in the standard position and let the technology do exactly what it was built for. And here's what makes this even better. Many Mercedes models extend this same electrochromic technology to both side mirrors, giving you full 360 glare protection from every angle on every night drive. Most drivers never realize this feature is quietly working on their behalf every single time the sun goes down. This next feature is hiding in the rear of your car, and most owners haven't once explored it in the entire time they've owned the vehicle. Secret number 4, the folding rear seat you never used. You need to carry something long, skis, a bike frame, flat pack furniture, long timber. You look at your Mercedes boot, decide it's nowhere near big enough, and either rent a van or start trying to tie things to the roof. But here's what a surprising number of Mercedes owners never explore. Your rear seats fold down in sections, typically in a 60-40 split, extending the boot floor all the way through to the front of the rear seat area and creating a completely flat load surface that handles objects far longer than the boot alone ever could. Here's what they don't tell you. On many Mercedes models, the fold release is also accessible from inside the boot itself, with pull tabs or levers right at the boot opening so you can drop the seats without even opening the rear doors. That means you can load long items straight in without walking around the car at all. Here's the kicker. Some models also include a center ski hatch built into the rear seatback, a smaller pass-through opening that lets you slide long, narrow items like skis or fishing rods through without folding the entire seat and losing all passenger capacity. Knowing this feature is there saves you a van rental that runs anywhere from $50 to over $100 every single time you have something long to carry. And once you use it once, you'll wonder how you ever managed without it. Now, this next feature is actively saving you money on every single drive, whether you realize it's running or not. Secret number 3, save more fuel with Eco Start Stop. You're sitting at a red light, and your Mercedes engine shuts itself off without warning. No stall, no warning light, just silence. And if you didn't know this was coming, your first instinct is that something has gone seriously wrong. Some drivers actually take the car straight to a dealer, but here's what's actually happening. Your Mercedes Eco Start Stop system is cutting the engine automatically every time the car comes to a complete stop to eliminate fuel consumption during idle. The moment you lift your foot off the brake, the engine restarts in under half a second, and you pull away completely normally. Here's what they don't tell you. Modern stop-start systems use a reinforced starter motor and a specially designed battery built to handle hundreds of microcycle restarts every single day without any additional wear. The system was specifically engineered for this exact workload, so the components are not wearing out faster than they would without it. Here's the kicker. In heavy urban stop-and-go driving, Eco Start Stop can reduce fuel consumption by 5 to 8%. On a Mercedes with a larger engine and higher running costs, that's genuine savings across the life of the vehicle. Many owners disable this feature every single drive because the engine cutting out unsettles them. If that's you, you've been paying for fuel you never needed to burn. Leave it active and let it do its job. Over thousands of city miles, that decision alone adds up to real money back in your pocket. This next secret is hiding right inside your boot lid, and most owners walk straight past it every single time. Secret number 2, the boot strap hidden in your trunk lid. You've just loaded the boot with shopping, luggage, sports equipment, or all three at once, and your hands are completely full. Now you need to pull the boot lid down and close it without putting everything back down, reaching up awkwardly for the outer edge of the lid and hoping you don't scratch it in the process. But here's what most Mercedes owners walk straight past every single time they use the boot. Look at the underside of your boot lid. On most Mercedes models, there is a fabric pull strap or loop mounted directly to the inner panel of the lid that lets you pull it closed cleanly from below using 1 or 2 fingers, even when your other hand is full. Here's what they don't tell you. This strap isn't just a convenience feature, it's also engineered to reduce the stress on the boot latch and hinges from being slammed shut. Pulling the lid down in a controlled motion through the strap puts significantly less force on those components over time compared to grabbing the outer edge and yanking. Here's the kicker. Boot latch replacement on a Mercedes is not a cheap job, and anything that extends the life of that mechanism is worth knowing about. The strap is positioned at exactly the right height, so it takes almost no effort to close the lid from fully open. It's one of those details most people walk past 1,000 times before someone finally points it out to them. And once you start using it, you'll never reach for the outer edge again. And now for the number 1 hidden feature that makes a Mercedes genuinely unlike almost anything else on the road. Secret number 1, the hidden vertical opening bonnet. Every car you have ever seen opens the bonnet the same way. It tilts up from the front, hinges at the back, and props open with a rod or a gas strut. You already know exactly how it works because every car does it this way. But here's what a significant number of Mercedes owners, even those who have driven Mercedes vehicles for years, have never seen in person. On certain Mercedes-Benz models, particularly within the SL, AMG GT, and select high-performance lines, the bonnet is engineered to open vertically from the side. It rotates on an axis running along one edge and lifts the entire panel upward like a gull wing, giving completely unrestricted access to the engine bay from the side rather than from above. Here's what they don't tell you. This design was developed specifically for professional servicing environments, where a conventionally hinged bonnet physically blocks access to engine components that need to be reached without obstruction. Here's the kicker. This system uses a gas strut that holds the panel securely open at any angle, with no prop rod required, and zero risk of the bonnet dropping unexpectedly onto anyone working underneath. There is usually a red button you can press to make it vertical. Most people who see this for the very first time genuinely believe the car is malfunctioning. It doesn't look like a bonnet opening. It looks like something from a concept car that shouldn't exist in production form, but it's completely real, completely standard on the models that have it, and it stops conversations every single time. The engineering required to make a panel this size open cleanly from the side, with that kind of precision, is exactly the reason Mercedes vehicles carry the reputation they do. If you own one of these vehicles, show someone this feature today. Their reaction will be worth it every time. How many of these did you already know? Drop a comment below and let me know which one shocked you the most. And if this video saved you thousands in car repairs, or made you realize your Mercedes is hiding way more than you thought, hit that subscribe button. Now, there are even more hidden Mercedes secrets that owners miss every single day. Click this next video and trust me, you'll be amazed at what you discover.